Hey guys, this video will explain some of the questions which I received from students, especially on the contents of coursework. There is already a video which explains what should go in coursework which involves ratio analysis, and that video is called 7 features of ratio analysis. This video is available in our assignment section, so if you haven't watched this video to this point, please pause this video. You can come back to it later and watch that video first, because there are so many things which I've covered over there and I'm not going to cover again those things in this video. Assuming that you have already watched this video, I'm going to cover a few things which are specific to your coursework. Many of the students have said that what is required from them is not very clear. The brief is very general in nature, and that is true, and that is also intentional actually, because my intention is that I give students some basic material, and then they should do the next level work themselves. We have not given you clear objectives for your coursework. So once you have calculated the OCCs for your businesses, at that point your calculation would raise some questions in your head, and understandably these questions are going to be different for different students, and this would lead to different objectives set by different students, and that is desired. As you grow more expert in management accounting or generally in business studies, you will have to set the objectives yourself and then investigate into those as you learn more in the research work. If you look at the coursework brief, it does give you some objectives or the targets for the coursework which you must do, and then it gives you a few tools which you must do as well. So that is your basic, and if you fulfill that basic, that should get you in the range of 60s. Let's look at that brief now. You have highlighted the bits in yellow and in green. The yellows are your general objectives for your coursework, and then the greens are the tools which you can use to achieve those objectives. So for example, if you're analyzing and discussing the working capital, you must calculate operating cash cycle, and that gives you plenty of material to talk about. And what you will write there is in the 7 features of ratio analysis. And then what we want from you is analyzing and discussing the working capital. We want you to evaluate the results, and then we want you to show the understanding of the working capital management of a business. We have covered working capital management in chapter 19 of your core text, and also the first 2 weeks we looked at the working capital management. So that should help as well. The first 6 points of 7 features would give you enough to write. And I think if you write in full detail, then all of the 2,000 words would be gone. You would even need more word count. So you need to be really to the point and precise. However, what would give you more than 60% marks is you being different from other students. And that's the part where the synthesis comes. One thing you must understand, the more work you do, the more marks you get. If you simply calculate the OCC of 3 companies, that is the minimum work which is required. But you shouldn't stop there if you can. So some students have asked if they can look at the competitors. Yes, you should. Can we look at the previous year data? Yes, you should. Not all students would need to do that. It would depend on what do you want to actually achieve. As far as you can show us that you have explored an area and you have showed some enhanced understanding, you should be able to get a 70 or a 70 plus. You need to set the objectives. Either you want to discuss the differences of the working capital between different sectors, or you want to look at the improvement or deterioration of working capital management in the 3 companies you're looking into, or you simply want to compare and talk about what are the factors which influence the working capital of companies in different sectors, or what decisions were taken in the past which has influenced the working capital. The list goes on and on. you have different companies to look into. There are more than 600, 700 companies on London Stock Exchange which you can look into. So we can't really specify where you can take the work. It's up to you. All I can say that do the basics first and then think how you can improve the work further. I hope this helps. If you have questions on referencing, then please watch my video on how to reference a ratio analysis. If you want to get more than 70%, then you should watch how to finalize ratios. About the structure of the work, I'm not going to dictate how you should structure your work, but generally there are two types of structures for this course of work. Some students structure the work as per the ratios. So they have 4 sections, one for each ratio and then one for OCC, and then they talk about the companies within. Or some students would have 4 sections, 3 for each companies, and then the 4th section would combine everything together. These are the two main ways of presenting your work. So you can adopt one of these and then show your own creativity in there. Please make sure that you follow the presentation protocol for your work, which is different from writing an article and so on. So referencing, most of the students lose around 10 to 15% marks because of poor referencing. I hope this helps, guys. Good luck for your coursework. Thank you.